What's going on, everyone? It's Tay with Spectacular Gadgets, and it's been a couple of weeks since I've had my Pixel 6a. Most of you already have your 6a in hand, and I'm ready to talk about it. Let's do this!
Spectacular Gadgets.
So first off, let me say, yes, I am Team Pixel, and this device was sent to me by Google. Google does not have any say in what I say in my videos. In fact, Google wants me to just do me. I am going to go ahead and start off with the meh parts of my experience with the Pixel 6a. The first little speed bump that I ran into with this device specifically was it went into some kind of boot loop or something. It just like froze. I couldn't do anything with the device. It was not responsive. It just kept restarting and restarting. It did it for like 5 or 6 times while I was at work. So, there's that. And before you ask, the temperature was actually pretty chilly in the office. I work inside an office building, so no, I wasn't outside, and the device was actually just sitting on my desk. I wasn't even using it. I just happened to notice it just kept turning off and restarting. Then it would just go through the whole spiel and just do it over and over again. And anytime I tried to touch the screen, it just kept restarting for some reason. Did the Pixel 6a warm up while outdoors? I'm going to say yes, it did, just like all my other devices do when it's about 90 degrees outside. So yes, it did, but it did not stop functioning or operating the way it's supposed to. Another small thing that I noticed is when a picture is still in the viewfinder part of the camera, the pictures that it has taken kind of show up pixelated and not really clear. But then if you go into the Photos app, like your gallery, it's perfectly fine. Lastly, I know, on the meh part of my experience, well, this one's pretty big and almost had me stop using it and go back to the Pixel 6 Pro. The issue is I am having extreme difficulties with the Pixel 6a staying connected to my network. I am using Mint Mobile, and I have been using Mint Mobile for some years now. The Pixel 6 Pro never had any issues. The Samsung S22 Ultra doesn't have any issues. I actually have my other line on my iPhone, and side by side, the iPhone works. The Pixel 6a says no service. So that is a huge issue. I need to make sure that I'm able to receive my calls, text messages, and emails. So in my book, this is totally unacceptable. Now, it may just be this particular unit. I have not heard anyone have any complaints about their service not being connected while using the Pixel 6a. So that was my biggest gripe with this particular device. Things I love about the Pixel 6a is actually the price. For $450, you're getting a phenomenal device. Would the Google Pixel 6a be enough for me to switch from the 6 Pro to the 6a? Well, no. This device is not for people who have the Pros or higher end devices. The 6a is pretty much made for people that don't want to spend above $500 for a device, but still be able to get the cool Pixel exclusives and some of the best cameras you can get on a device for this price. I didn't think I have to say it, but let me just say it in case you're new to watching my channel. I absolutely love the cameras on the Pixel devices. It's just really hard to beat them. Sometimes I find that the Pixel cameras seem to just get it right. If you said to me, well, find something else besides the cameras that you love about the Pixel, well, then obviously it's going to be the Pixel features. Right now, I am actually scripting this video so that I'm not saying, and you know what I mean? The things that people say when they're just going off the top of the dome. But I'm using the dictation mode to get my script created for this here video. Right now, I'm actually scripting this video so that I'm not saying, and you know what I mean. Things that people say when they're just going off the top of the dome, but I'm using the dictation mode to get my script created for this video. Not only do I use the dictation feature for scripting, but also I use it for texting or emailing. It just makes things so much faster and much more convenient. And this feature is pretty much spot on. You're not really going to have to go back and edit as long as you speak clearly. There are other Pixel features that I really do love, and I pretty much talk about them in every video that I do, but call screening is definitely one, as well as Hold for Me, and also the information they give you when you're calling a business. I find that to be very helpful. I really don't have a problem with the size of the Pixel 6a. In fact, it is a really nice size. If you're going to a place on your scooter or on your bike, you can just throw it in your pocket. It's not too big and it's not too small. It's actually great for watching content. The screen is big enough. It's a nice, beautiful screen, but the one thing I did notice is the speakers on the device could be a little better. It may just be mine, but I felt like I have to pretty much turn it all the way up to the max to get a decent sound quality out of it. Let's go ahead and talk about the battery on the Google Pixel 6a. I found the battery to be okay, but this battery did not last me an entire day, so I found myself having to place the Google Pixel 6a on the charger so I'll be able to finish out the rest of my day. One thing that I wish the Google Pixel 6a had is no, not a higher refresh rate, and no, not wireless charging, but I wish they kept the headphone jack on the A-line devices. This makes the 5A a must keep in my situation because I actually still use the headphone jack. Me wanting the headphone jack over other people wanting a higher than 60 Hz refresh rate or other people wanting wireless charging complements the whole topic of everyone uses their device differently. Would I recommend the Google Pixel 6a? Yeah. I would definitely recommend this device for people who are moving from a more budget-friendly device and they want some of the best cameras they can get and some of the most exclusive features that you can pretty much only find on a Pixel. Then I would definitely tell them to grab this device. You see, sometimes when you get a device that's under $500 or so, you're going to be missing out on a lot. But if you decide to pick up the 6a, you're not too far behind from the 6 and the 6 Pro. You're just missing a few features, so you won't feel too left out or far behind from those that do have the more expensive device. For those of you who have the Google Pixel 6a, what has your experience been like? Well, that about wraps it up for this video. I want to thank everyone for taking the time to chill with me as we go through this journey. And until next time, everyone, I want you all to have a spectacular day. Later. Team Pixel.